Today, my name is Lucy Teseo. I am a client care advocate at Eberstein and Witherite, 1-800-CAR-WRECK. And today we're going to be speaking with Roger Sullivan. He is a personal injury attorney at the Houston office. How are you doing today, Roger?
I'm doing great, Lucy. How about yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much for asking. Would you like to tell our audience just a little bit more about yourself?
Certainly. Well, Lucy, I'm a board-certified personal injury trial lawyer here at Eberstein Witherite in Houston, Texas. I've been practicing law for 14 years now, and the last 10 of which have been representing personal injury victims. To that, I worked for the insurance companies and representing their insureds in car accident type cases.
It sounds to me like you have a really rewarding job. What would you say the driving force is for you to help people every day?
Well, one of the main things is those first 4 years of my career representing insurance companies and their insureds who had caused collisions and caused injuries to others, and just seeing the way that insurance companies treated those individuals and how they tried to get away with not fairly and reasonably compensating them is a driving force that keeps me going. And I think part of that goes along with my heritage. Obviously, Sullivan's an Irish last name, and Irish people are known to fight. And I certainly don't mind and certainly enjoy fighting for the little person who can't speak for themselves and needs to stick up for themselves against big business or an insurance company because they're trying to get the runaround on its company.
I think that's really great information, and I definitely know what you're talking about, the Irish fighting. But I think sometimes we put ourselves in dangerous situations unknowingly. For example, when we pile in the back seat in overcrowd vehicles, this can be very dangerous to the passengers. Can you tell us a little bit about the risks that are imposed in being in an overcrowded vehicle?
Certainly, when manufacturers are designing a vehicle, they're designing it for a certain number of passengers to occupy that vehicle. Obviously, you hear a four-passenger vehicle or two, things of that nature. Well, all the safety features of that vehicle are designed for that specific number of occupants. A back seat in a car, generally speaking, is well, you'll have a seatbelt for both people that are sitting. There's usually a seatbelt in the middle. Now, if you put 4 or 5 people in that back seat, while size-wise they may fit, they're not going to be able to utilize the safety features of that vehicle, and therefore, in the event of a collision, they're going to get injured because they're not going to be able to be made safe by either seat belts or airbags and things of that nature.
That's really useful information, and thank you so much for sharing that with us. I guess sometimes you don't even think about it when you just pile into a car and there's too many people in the vehicle to, use the safety restraints properly. Do you have any tips for safer driving for our audience?
Absolutely. The main thing is, and I'm sure everybody is taught this when they're learning to drive, is to drive defensively. Control is yourself and the vehicle that you're driving. You always have to be cautious of what the guy next to you is doing if he's about to cut over into your lane or when you're approaching an intersection. You got to be careful to know whether or not somebody may be approaching that stop sign or stop light from the right or left of you and isn't paying attention. So in this day and age, we have all kinds of distractions in our vehicles, whether like radios or TV screens or cell phones and text messages. You always have to be cautious as to how distracted is the person in the vehicle around you because you can't control them.
If somebody was to be involved in a car accident and they've been injured and they need your help, how can they reach you, Roger?
Absolutely. We have our phone number is 1-800-CAR-WRECK. We also have a phone number 1-800-TRUCK-WRECK. We can also be found on the internet at ewlawyers.com. That's EWLAWYERS.com. And you can also find us on Facebook.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time today, Roger, and thank you for all the great advice that you've shared with us. We really appreciate your time.
See.